All right, let's keep it going. We got another season in there. It's still probably going to be a little bit before we get to the drafts, or to the playoffs, I should say. It'll pretty much just continue to be draft after draft. Luka Gombach rejected a contract extension, so we're going to be saying goodbye to Luka. Kai Thoresen also rejected. I think Kai will be gone too. Interesting. They weren't happy with the lack of success. So Luka Gombach, 25 years old, 4th rounder in 2022. Great shot power. I mean, decent puck skill. You know, if he wasn't 25, if he was 21, 22, and we could play him at the NHL level to get better, maybe it would work out. We couldn't afford at the time to put him with the younger guys that have since developed because we were developing those younger guys. And then Kai Thoresen, 7th rounder in 2023, is very mid all around. So goodbye, dudes. Looked at iffy NHL games from the PS1 era. Most of them were iffy.
Get in there!
In that era, most of them were iffy. Let's be honest. All right, so we got a lot of people accepting the qualifying offers quite early into the conversations. So UFAs just Gombach and Thoresen. Aside from that, bunch of RFAs. I did forget to look, actually, at what the top dogs wanted. So Matvei Michkov wants 7.5 for 6 years, which is actually very good. Braden Yeager wants 3 for 2 years. In a lot of ways, it would make sense to sign some of these guys now. Am I going to do that? Fuck no. I want to know my options, you know? Dorian Perra signs, Braden Yeager. We do lose a coach and quite a few scouts, so that's going to be a little bit boring. So Davos, what are we talking? Like Rock the Rink, the NHL face-off games? What are we talking? I gots to know. All right, yeah, and again, we continue to drag down the ratings for a lot of these coaches. Being on a bad team, again, the fact that coaches are also affected by morale makes a challenge like this incredibly tough. And very, very RNG heavy. So, as we continue to scroll, we'll be scrolling for a while. Oh my God, we'll be scrolling. NHL Face-Off, Power Play 96, Breakaway 98. NHL Breakaway 98 was one of my first favorite hockey games ever. So, you better have gone easy on it. I don't recall Power Play too much, though. I don't recall Power Play too much. That and, like, the Fox Sports game. Something like that, you know. Do. All right. So Spalling is there. Can I get Westgarth as an AHL goalie coach? N64 version. That is true. And, you know, in fairness, I did play Breakaway on the N64. So it's interesting. That era was a coin toss between, like, well, one version's going to be better than the other. That happened for quite a few games. And you just had to hope you got the better version if you didn't have both consoles. I was fortunate in that at one point we did have both. Like, the N64 was there as a family console, and then my older sister got a PlayStation 1 for Christmas. So. But then you could still make the wrong choice, because you're not going to get the same game for two consoles. I mean, that's a modern problem with modern solutions, as opposed to, you know, what it was. All right, let's keep scrolling. So much scrolling. Oh my God, Bagel, what's going on? How the heck are you? How's your face? All right, there we go. Face-Off 97 were actually decent. There were a couple of Face-Off games that weren't that bad. Even into, like, the, I mean, again, I you know, I held on to hope, but even the like, what was it, 03? NHL Faceoff 03 that had Adam Foote on the cover. I do have fond memories of that game as well. Jesus, for a second, I thought our scouts were affected by team morale. Could you imagine if scouts, 2 days until a 1-week vacation? Hey, very, very nice. My, what I thought was going to be a nice little vacation, throughout these kind of summer months, LOL. Like, after I go to AEW Dynamite at TD Garden in Boston in a little bit less than 2 weeks, it's like, well, there's my fiance's older sister is getting married. I mean, I'm getting married in less than 4 months. Like, it's just busy times, man. Busy times. Ridiculous. Richard Head, what's up? What's up? Why don't I tell the story again? Wait, what happened? What did I miss? What did I miss? Am I going senile? What did I miss? Nothing, just glad to be here. I'm glad, Rich. I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed your shout out. Do I want to tell the Finland story again? No, I'm good. People know I've been to Finland twice this year, and one time it was hell. I think people are aware. I can avoid that story now. I can direct people to that special podcast episode. Just to continue to plug and promote the podcast. Oh, Doc, for sure. I've been to every AEW show that they've ever held in Massachusetts. So. And that streak is not ending. All right, I think we're good. Coaching staff-wise, we just got to wait now for the RFAs. Jose Westgarth, welcome in. Yeah, no, I'm trying to... Again, the Finland thing, though, like, now I can look on the positive side. Like, I didn't die. Which, again, I thought I was going to, from Helsinki to London. And, you know, you learned lessons. You learned lessons. I will 100% be investing in a certain product from a very popular company that helps track where the hell a bag is in case they lose it. You know. You learn some lessons. Oh, Duck, it's going to be a spectacle. I'm here for it. I'm excited. Evening Signs, going to that show with my fiance and 2 out of my 3 groomsmen. The best man's going to miss it because he doesn't like wrestling anymore. He did as a kid. But he was the one to grow out of it, the fucking nerd. Imagine growing out of it. He'll still watch older stuff. I'll get messages all the time like, yeah, I was watching this episode of Raw from 2001. This fucking ridiculous thing happened. But, yeah, modern stuff, he's not there for it anymore. We've tried. All right, where are we at from a cap whale perspective? We need them. That's where we're at. At least you made an effort. We did. All right, Etienne Morin needs a deal. Ooh, Stevenson, up to a 77. That's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. All right. UFAs, veterans. We'll save Anton Forsberg from free agent status. We will save Joel Edmondson from free agent status. Washington Capitals legend. And we will save Turner Elson once again from free agency. There we go. So we should be good from the cap whale perspective. Whoops. Hitting wrong buttons is never fun, though. Never. Edmondson, Elson, Forsberg, Morin, Stevenson. Okay. So our roster for this year. Diggs in 81, Engqvist to 73. Chubarov is closing in on being our new backup. Maximilian Trigg up to an 83 at 19 years old. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. The defense going to be taking shape a little bit. Morin, Trigg, Hamonic. Koistinen's 23. Lettinen's 22. McNabb is a 73, medium 6. Medium 6. Honestly, the medium 6s are going to be kept down. I'm pretty sure it's just Verdino. We need to bump up, and Edmondson is the healthy scratch. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 with Verdino. Okay. So yeah, Verdino is going to be the very much odd man out. But we are desperate to get his overall up. And then forward-wise, it's 10, 11, 12. Cool. Is there anybody down here? There's a high, or not a high 9, but a medium 9 with a high overall. Medium 6, Marcel Richard. Bang's a low 9. Is Endo still in my rosters? Yes. He is. We should bring him back as our cap whale, eh? So Lavin can be dropped for Richard. Richard, Para, Matsumoto. We got to try to get that potential up, so he's going to play this year. He didn't really improve at the AHL level. We got to try to improve him at the NHL level. So I think our team is pretty well set then. I think it is. Ooh, that defense is looking better. We're going to drop these low 4s, though, to the third pair. Morin and Trigg pretty much have to be that top pair. They do. But we can go with Hamonic and Drake Verdino. That defense is looking somewhat okay now. I mean, 380 overall players are better. High bottom 6 for Brown. DeBoer is a medium 9. Barkey's a medium 9. But based on his rating, we are going to want Barkey at least on the third line. I think that's what we have here. I think we do. Have a nice little setup. We'll go Matsumoto, Brown, DeBoer. Para, Barkey, Richard. And then Stevenson with Gavin and Yeager again. Michkov, Ragnarsson, Mango. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's getting there. And it's a hell of a lot better than I thought it would ever be. That's not bad. Damn. So goalies, Forsberg's already there. Let's call up Edmondson. And we'll call up Turner Ellison just to make sure these guys don't take up AHL spots. And the AHL this year. Again, I was going to try to play Thibodeau at the NHL level because maybe he could develop with that speed and that shooting, but man, there's no space. It would have to be for someone like DeBoer. There's just no space. Chubarov Garcia is awesome. Low 7th for Ronkel. He will be out for Tamernis again. And the one medium 7th is Nikita Bure, and he'll stay. So from there, pretty much just base it off of rating. It's not a big deal. Highest rated guys get the best spots. Are there any forwards in the AHL? Yes, there are. Pillman. Evenoff isn't ours either. Is Sharma. Esteban Sharma. Gotta get you in the lineup. Okay, nobody else who is not a proper good dude. Cool. So potentials. The medium bottom 6 is down. We have a lot of medium bottom 6s. Quite a few low 9s as well, as it turns out. So Romeo, Thibodeau, and Lavin have to be dropped. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? It's going to be this. There we go. All right. Obviously, we'll have to hope a better coach fixes the chemistry a bit. Not holding my breath on that. But all in all, the AHL team at least isn't abysmal. It's not amazing, but it's not abysmal. Let's optimize this coaching staff here then. We are going to have to fire someone. Either Robitaille, Tierney, or Conan. Conan only has 1 year left on his deal anyway before we'd have to get rid of him. So Josh Conan, thank you for your service, but you are out of here. Danye, 69% scheme fit still. Robitaille, 54. Dimitrakos, 49. Again, I'm sure McNeely's not any better. 53. Looks like Danye will still be our coach. What about Spalling? 68 for Landon Spalling, and he's an A+. He gets the tiebreaker over Danye because of A+ compared to A-. I think we already checked Tierney. He's the 61. So that leaves Westgarth at a 54. So Spalling will be our new head coach with an A+ rating, which is outstanding. McNeely stays on as goalie coach. Gonna send down Robitaille for the moment, bump up Westgarth. That's the staff right there. So Danye unfortunately gets demoted to AHL head coach instead of NHL. And now again we need a goalie coach because the one that we signed last year who had a B rating only had a 1 year contract. As much as that sucks. Marcus Furchner. Great name. Marcus Furchner. Bring you in, and then coaching staff. Looks like it'll take a second to fix up. Or scouting department, not coaching staff, but you knew what I meant. Look at that, I actually realized I misspoke this time. All right, we need a US East, West, and Central. So it would help if I clicked on the US. Again, wouldn't it be nice if these menus were a lot more streamlined and faster to navigate? I don't like to think about how much time together as friends we've wasted amongst these menus. When it didn't need to be this way. It's never needed to be this way. Yet it is. Yet it is. DELNLA Ice. We need a Czech Extraliga Scout. The Extraliga. And we need a Liga Scout. And we are good. So congratulations, Lycans. Faster and easier to navigate. You're only getting lucky with one of those. Right. Right. At best. The other one we'll see in 5 years. All right, so one more look at the lines after the coaching staff change. +2 for that top line. +2 for the third line. Man, and again, we said the improvement of Trig. What do we hit 30 wins last season. I got to put the over-under at 33.5. I'm tempted to say 35. But the prediction is up for 33.5 wins this season. Will we continue our upward trajectory? That is the question. Or will it come crashing back down to earth for us here? That is the question. The Washington Capitals are who we start off our season against. In terms of our grades this year, 78, 71, and a 75. It's Holloway, Sandin, Jack Eichel. The Washington Capitals. Fair enough. Yeah, good old Liam Ragnarsson. We did name Liam our captain, did we not? We did, with Yeager and Michkov getting the letters. I gotta be honest, I almost want to give Denver Barkey a letter. You know what we gotta check? We gotta check the morale. Is anyone a locker room leader? Joel Edmonds. Well, no one's a locker room leader yet. We haven't turned their tendencies around that much. You know what? Player morale's on. I'm not stripping anybody of a letter because they'll just get pissed. So sorry to Etienne Morin. You would have gotten a letter. But, not gonna happen. I can't afford to have people get pissed at me for something so stupid, so. Oh, you took this letter off of my jersey. I'm so mad. So mad. 0-5-1 to start the year. As we should be better. We are not. And we start this season off incredibly poorly. We did turn it around a little bit, but don't know if we'll hit those 35 wins. This could be interesting. I was kind of hoping we'd just fuck around and find out if we could make the playoffs, but I don't think that's happening. I don't think. Goodness. Let's see how it plays out, though. My goodness. I'm trying to do the typical thing of, like, not paying too much attention to what's going on, for the sole purpose of sometimes reverse psychology works, and if you act like you expect to lose and that you don't care, then sometimes it actually works out pretty well. So that is my hope, is that things are going to magically work out. Slyler, I did hear about that, yes. Vander Kane just seems like a fun guy to be around, doesn't he? In fairness, you couldn't pay me to fight Vander Kane. I saw what he did to Matt Cook and cheered. But yeah, in terms of list of NHLers you'd be willing to fight, he is towards the bottom of the list. Holy shit. All right. Well, we're going to have to go on quite the run to break 35 wins. But we are closing in on a new franchise record for wins in a season. We have hit 30, which was our mark last year. It's not looking like we're hitting 35. We'd have to win all of our remaining games. But we have set a new franchise record with 31 wins in a season. It is not as big of an improvement as we were hoping for, but it is still an improvement. Who's at the top of that list? Who is at the top of that list for me? An NHLer that I'd be willing to fight. Because you don't want to necessarily fight someone who's, like, inherently, you might not want to be, like, by the way, it was 33 and a half wins, and we finished with 32, so congrats to those that bet the under. You don't inherently want to say someone who's smaller, because those guys are typically scrappy as shit. I mean, if Alex Semin was still in the league, fighting like that, that's the direction I would go. Also, for the first time in a long time, I'll get back to you about that answer. Our leading scorer was not Ragnarsson. It was Matvei Michkov. Wow. Para up to a 75, Stevenson a 79, Richard a 67, Verdino does not appear to have improved at all. Let's take a look at the full points here. But 78 points for Michkov, 76 for Ragnarsson, 67 for Dorian Mangoni. 51 for Gavin, 50 for Etienne Morin. Not bad, but for just forwards, very disappointing season for Braden Yeager. He's had 2 down years in a row. Good for Para not being the lowest scoring guy in the team. Don't know if Matsumoto's potential will go up. Defensively, though, 50 points for Etienne Morin, 37 for Max Trigg. And in goal for the first time, we have a goalie with a 900 save percentage. Gabriel Deg. And an 891 for Enqvist. But we finally see a 900 save percentage. It's taken so long. Leading scorer in the NHL this year was Austin Matthews with just 107 points, but did have 65 goals. Robertson, Rantanen, Pasternak, and of course, Connor Bedard. Over 100 points, as Bedard has a pretty ridiculous stat line in his career so far. Not quite WHA levels in that series that we have, but top goal scorer was indeed butts out in the desert, Austin Matthews. Who would I fight in the NHL? Who would I be willing to fight? I don't care if I were to get my ass kicked. I'm just like, You know, Connor McDavid might be a good shout because, I mean, at least in junior, his punch accuracy sucked. Punched the glass and broke his hand. So that's a decent shout. That's a decent shout. Defensively, Justin Barron crushed it. Bouchard up there. Fox, York. You know, the big question is, can I, what jersey can I wear? Because can I wear a Pride jersey? Because then I'll just win by default because some people will be too scared to step on the ice. There you go. Got a 4D Chesset. Goalie-wise, 48 wins for Ken Mitchell. Rookie of the year last year. They literally found a new Carey Price. #1 goalie. Except this guy was a second-round pick. Holy shit. Shutout leader with 9 is Ruslan Nabokov. Save percentage king amongst full-time starter. 915 for Blomqvist, but that was enough. Fair enough. And in the rookie race, it is very likely Jackson Bishop who's going to win the Calder over the likes of Bernard Gamache. So that is it for our season. AHL team very much did not make the playoffs either. So another year of focusing on the draft is what we have here, folks. But we are getting better. We are. Like the foundation, the core of this team is working out. We just need a little bit more luck to go our way. So we might be able to make this work, you know. Chemistry's high. 55%. 55%. The Tampa Bay Lightning win their second Stanley Cup of this franchise run, with the Providence Bruins winning the Calder Cup. So the Tampa Bay Lightning get it done, sweeping the Seattle Kraken in the final. And on the AHL side of things, 6 games for Providence over Coachella Valley Firebirds. Let's take a look at Tampa. Braden Point still very much a part of it. Sergachev, Kucherov, Sorelli. Got some other filler players in there, but yeah. Goalie-wise, Spencer Knight. The Vasi era's over. Knight switches allegiances in the Battle of Florida and gets it done. So Tampa's second cup in 3 years. And yeah, Seattle falling the way they did. Wow. Austin Matthews wins the Art Ross. Justin Barron won the Hart. Okay, he also won the Norris. Robertson, the Bing, the Calder does go to Jackson Bishop. Braden Point wins the Conn Smythe. Mitchell goes from Calder to Vezina. Montreal, goddammit. Selke, hey, we have our first award winner. It's Liam Ragnarsson winning the Selkie. Holy shit. Who expected that? Justin Barron won the Ted Lindsay and Matthews won the Rocket Richard. I was not expecting him to be the Calder winner. As Inkinen wins the scoring race, he's also league MVP. Experienced one of the coolest. I just experienced one of the coolest wrestling experiences ever. Did you take a chunk of Shawn Michaels' hair out of his head alongside Bret Hart? As Bertucci was the top defenseman. Jonas Korpisalo, top goaltender. Johnny Tyconic was the MVP of the playoffs. Did you watch Hogan wrestle in Japan? Did you spray paint stuff with Hulk Hogan? I hope not. That might change our friendship. It might. There you go, the awards for this season as we get ready for the 2030 draft. And the big question again, will there be a player available for us? LeClaire is not. Murray Moss, not available. Domont, not available. Chubasov, not available. Fuck. Oh, another year of the top 5 not being available. So the lottery results don't really matter to us. We end up with the 8th overall pick. We had the 7th highest odds, which is tremendous. I watched WrestleMania 13, Bret Austin with Bret telling us the nuances of the match. Damn! Damn, Crash Andrews. Damn, I am very jealous, actually. It seems like it'd be pretty fun. Although I do wonder how would it differentiate from his book where he talked about it. Kucherov, Goodrow, numerous others calling it a career, including 498 goals for Johnny Goodrow. Damn. And 999 games for Mikael Granlund. Defensively, the ghost is gone. On to our Lindholm. And in goal, Jordan Bennington. Said it was a bit rough on Austin in the book. Well, there you go. Crash, I am jealous. I am indeed. All right. Well, last draft was pretty rough for us. This draft is shaping up to be about the same. We have the 8th overall pick. And this Olis guy is there. I didn't look at him because I don't want to know for sure what the deal is. Kenneth Linden not available. Olis isn't available. Again, the complete opposite of what we're looking for. He's a fantastic leader. That's not what we're looking for. Elnuik not available. Where are the douchebags? David Walton looks awesome and he's not available. Tarvinen is not available. Tarvinen, perhaps. David Harvey, not available. Oh my god. Conboy, not available. God, we're making such good progress, and to have 2 bad drafts in a row really sucks. All right, Pedro Barker. It's the first guy we've seen that fits the bill of someone with character issues. Cyrus McKinnon, also in the conversation. Clarence Costi, I mean, teammate utilization, but we wouldn't take him anyway. Teammate utilization, wouldn't take him anyway. Lackey could be a long shot. All right. At least we do have a couple of players available. But, I don't know if either are going to be home runs, you know? Yeah, it's not looking too good. Well, hopefully, there will be someone in the second round. Hopefully. It's not looking good, though. It's not. All right. So we have 3 options here, and we got a minute to do it. Someone asked about Costi. That is indeed Serbia, yeah. All right, so Pete Lackey is the complete unknown. 3 years out, but we don't know his potential. There is Pedro Barker. We do know his potential 3 years out. So it would be Barker over Lackey, or it is Cyrus McKinnon. Unconfirmed 3 years out with an Andrechuk comparison. It's either a defenseman or another forward. I feel like the defenseman, Pedro Barker, is what we need more. Let's go for Pedro Barker with the 8th pick. 64 overall. Yeah, the grandson of Bob. Not nearly as high of a rating as I was hoping for. He's okay. He will have a spot on this team, but that hurts, man. This is looking like a pretty good draft. Linden, Walton, yeah. Olis, of course, we knew was a medium elite. It was a medium elite goalie that we couldn't take. Yeah, Lackey wasn't the guy. I mean, McKinnon was the exact version of the defenseman that we took. Just, the forward version of the defenseman that we took. Okay. All right. Is there going to be somebody in the second round? I'm having a look at good players here, knowing that I can't take them, which absolutely sucks. Please. Raimo Ludman right now is the top option. I mean, like, he and Korluk are the only guys who even slightly fit the bill. And have a bad attitude, basically. Basically, yeah. The idea is, what if we take all the dickheads that are entering the NHL and put them on the same team? Unfortunately, this draft has not been too kind. What's our biggest wish for franchise mode next year? X Factor trait development is up there in a sense. It is basically the idea of take Madden's player development system and put it into this. And my God, the joys that would bring me. That one feature alone would improve this mode so much. So there is Vic Drake. Vic Drake. And obviously, you factor in 32 other teams, he might not be available. It's a risk to hope that Drake will be available with that next pick. So we have to go back to Vic Drake because we might take him with this pick. I mean, it's Ludman, Korliuk, or Drake. 3 years out for Ludman, unconfirmed 3 years out for Korliuk. It's got to be Drake. It's got to be, and we got to hope he's got a good potential. So we're going to take the Regina Pats winger, Vic Drake, 40th overall. It's a low 6. Here's my concerns. The rest of our team is continuing to develop. These are the incredibly crucial couple of drafts where we need to get the talent to insulate our stars. Because if we don't, our stars are going to make our team too good to routinely try and get top picks. We're already kind of seeing that, which means we might not get the level of talent that we need to insulate the stars of this team to actually win a cup. There is Reed Festerini, who is not a very good defenseman, but he is there. Ah, man. Marek Mazzaros, another low 6. Jaden Fisher, not looking that good. A couple of goalies that we would have liked to have drafted this year, but again, they don't fit the bill. Character issues for Christopher Heinrich, but he's a medium 9. But to be honest, medium 9 might be the best we can do. Stefan Stromberg. There are some players in the mix here. This looks like the year of goalies, man, and we can't get a single one. Telling me there's not a single immature goalie? Really? There's one, Kirk Coop, but he's a medium fringe. I just like the name, Kirk Coop. Okay. So, goalies, it's Coop, who does look solid, but 4 years out. He is 17, though. Defensively, it's Festarini. 5 years out or more at 18. He sucks. He does. He sucks. And then forward-wise, Stromberg has confidence, but is a douchebag. So, unconfirmed 5 years out. Goodness. Mazzaros, confirmed low 6, about 3. I think it has to be Merrick Mazzaros, and I just have to hope that he turns into a medium 6. Heinrich's 5 years out. It's got to be Mazzaros. I hate low 6 as a potential, but if he goes medium 6, he could be great for us. We're going to go for Merrick Mazzaros. 64 overall. Again, if he goes medium 6 for us, he'll be pretty good. Whether or not we screwed up, I'm not sure. Starting to franchise with your rosters in the Coyotes and doing the Bill Armstrong one where I have to draft mostly on size and acquire more through trade. So basically, size king Bill Armstrong. Which, in fairness, that is exactly how the Coyotes drafted this year. We weren't looking at DeLuca. What a pick for the Devils, though. He wasn't available to us. Yeah, they drafted nothing but big, strong boys, basically. I think we did okay for ourselves. All right, round number 4. Round number 4. Overall, this is shaping up to maybe be an okay draft for us, but at any time... Character issues, Kirk Coop still on the board, actually. That's good. Ooh, the door off. He's not available. Medium elite defenseman in the 4th round. Fuck. I mean, he has teammate utilization. All it says, though, is, well, sometimes he gets some... That's not enough. We haven't been drafting players based on that before, really. Especially when someone like Kirk Coop is available who does fit the bill a little bit better. This would have been a really interesting draft to go through if it was just a normal franchise mode for us. It's looking like Coop is going to be our guy. Unless something changes. Tristan James is there, but he's a complete unknown. Oh my god, Victor Patrick. The steals in this draft. Jesus, Mary, and Hosta. The steals in this draft. And I don't know if technically any of them are available for us. Oh my god. Oh. That potential makes no sense. What the fuck? How can that guy possibly... He's going to be a medium backup, isn't he? What the hell is this draft, man? This is bizarre. Character issues for Nico Pirietta. Another goalie. I mean, another goalie wouldn't be... How bizarre. How bizarre. Do. How bizarre. How bizarre. I am well aware of the time, by the way. Alright. Let's call a timeout. So for forwards, nobody. Defensively, it's either Tristan James, complete shot in the dark, Michael Ennis, his parents spelled Michael wrong, so you're disqualified, and Louis Mayer. If we were to take someone, it would be Tristan James. Odds are it's a goalie here then. So we do have Kirk Coop, 4 years out as a fringe. Then there's this guy, Marcus Lindstrom, potentially 1 year out, probably as a backup, or Nico Pirietta. who might be a starter, but is a long way away. I gotta be honest, it's Coop and Lindstrom who I'm most intrigued by. Here's the problem. Both are gonna be gone by the time we get our next pick. So I agree that like Kurt Coop could be great. I am far too intrigued to see what the hell Marcus Lindstrom is. Out of Örebro in the SHL, we're taking Marcus Lindstrom. 70 overall medium backup at 17. That's not bad at all. That is an AHL caliber goalie at 17 years old. Even if his ceiling isn't that high, he'll be our 5th goalie on roster. Pirieto was a medium starter, but that was an intriguing enough pick to me that I don't necessarily regret it, and I don't really think there was anybody significantly better, at least that we knew of, that was available to us. Character issues for Declan McTaggart. Who might very well be our next pick. Come on now, there's got to be somebody else here who's just a complete dick. Please. Character issues for Todd DeKaiser. Potential's not looking great, but beggars can't be choosers. All shot utilization, not teammate. Corey Leidecker. We had a great Leidecker once upon a time. If anyone remembers that series. Really, one of my biggest regrets YouTube-wise is that the Channel Hall of Fame fell behind because, man, we have had some incredible, incredible talents in these franchise modes. All right. Well, we have 2 players. What was the series? It was around NHL 18. Yeah, I mean it was a while ago. I don't know if that was the Seattle Sea Cattle run. Part of me feels it was. But then again, there's been 2 Seattle Sea Cattle runs, so it can be difficult to remember. All right. This is what, round 5? The 2 guys we were looking at. One could go now, but presumably will be available in the next round. I mean, 139 plus 32 is, yeah, he'll be available in the next round. So we have to just take the first goddamn guy we see that's projected to go next. And then round 6 and 7 is pretty well sorted. So the first dude with character issues that we see, it's kind of a random lottery here. The first guy we see will be our choice, and it's going to be Lewis Mayer. Concerns about whether or not he can handle a professional environment. Low 6 defenseman. Pretty shit. Round number 6. We have Declan McTaggart. He's an overager. And he's a low 9. Jesus. The brothers Bengoa. Good times. Except they didn't win anything. It's my recollection. And our final pick will be Todd DeKaiser of the Medicine Hat Tigers. Also a low 9. Okay, well that draft fell apart at the end. But at least it fell apart at the end. That's the positive to it, right? Is, hey, if it's going to fall apart, let it be at the end of the damn thing. Got some scouts that are due up. Let's take a look contract-wise here. Chat, this might just work. When man gone goes franchise. Holy cow. This might just work.